In today's video, everyone, we're going to be going over resumes, the differences between North America and Japan. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Tell Me a Little Bit More About Yourself episode. We are the hosts. My name is MJ.
My name is Adam.
And here on the MJ and Adam Show, we invite you to become our friends, be a part of this natural speed English conversation to learn some vocab, phrases, pronunciation, and understand the feeling, the mindset of the native North American speaker, because learning about English, studying it, and feeling it are two different things. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about resume differences.
Yeah.
In this season right now, I think there's a lot of people, a lot of kids who are finishing college and they are going to become shakaijin, working common folk. Sounds so uncool and something you really don't want to be, actually, if you think about it. Maybe, at the beginning you're like,
yeah, I'm going to be shakaijin. Yeah.
But as you go through it, you learn.
I don't know if this whole shakaijin thing is for me or not.
So we're going to kick it off with resumes in Japan and how we've made our resumes and some things that we're maybe shocked about. Yeah. So Adam, I remember, when both of us, we left our previous company and we had to start, making resumes. What is something that struck you as a surprise or difficult thing with the Japanese resume?
Having your picture, the mugshot. Yeah. And everybody goes through this. And I had to go and take professional photos for my resumes for the Japanese resume. And I just always wondered, isn't there some kind of thing where people are prejudging a person based on their looks?
Goes back to that saying.
Yeah.
Never judge a book by its cover. Granted, I look at a lot of book covers or movie posters and be like, wow, that looks cool.
I'm going to watch it.
It's really not that cool. So,
right. Yeah.
Or vice versa. So you never know. So yeah, I think in North America, that is something that they ruled out or they just don't do anymore because of that. Because you could be like, the employer didn't choose me because, I had long mustache or long hair.
Yeah, it shouldn't be the case. And the other thing is in the picture, it's not even a representation of who you are as a person. Yeah. Everybody's in a black, gray, or blue suit. Everybody has a haircut. Everybody's not smiling. It was one of the things where I always thought, wow, as much as I dislike wearing suit, I have to stick a picture of me wearing a suit on my resume.
It seems to me everyone, when you go to a tourist area and there's those big boards, those panels you put your head through, they should have one for the resume pictures.
Number 2 on my list of things that I noticed is having to write your school history, educational history. It is common to write your educational history, your background on a resume, but it's not common to write your whole education from elementary school. But my elementary school is written on my Japanese resume. Whoa. Where I think I don't even have that. I don't even think I have my high school on my English resume. It's just where, university and onwards. And if depending on the job you're applying for as well, you would list that information. But usually you don't list your elementary school.
When you graduate, that diploma pretty much says all the education that you've done previously, a different school, is nullified. It's whatever. It doesn't matter because you made it this far. So who cares about when you first started?
See, that's what I think too. It's I don't know, playing Daruma Otoshi. Your hammer is the graduation. Yeah. So every time you knock a block off, you don't have to write it down anymore.
It's gone. Don't need it anymore.
Pow. Shogakusei no koro, pow, gone.
Oh man, there's another thing for me. I saw how there's a few different kinds of resumes in Japan, and two of them were pretty much the same exact thing. And I was like, why? As I spent so much time making one, and then got to do another one. Okay, and I'm filling it out. I'm and I stop. I'm like, wait a second, am I doing this again? Is this the same? No, it's a different one. But I'm pretty much writing the same information with just a little more detail.
it was weird having to write the same thing twice and then submit them both to the same company.
In North America, the resumes, you want to do it and get information as quickly and shortly, straight to the point as possible.
Right.
That is just almost the complete opposite. It feels like here in Japan.
We
want more detail.
More detail. More pages.
More.
As a matter of fact, I think like the standard resume in North America is maximum 2 pages.
2.
Like 1 page is optimal to give your whole explanation. And then in the interview, you can, expand on your information on the sheet. But that's another thing that I think I kind of was like, what? Like, why? So much paperwork. And then you go to the interview and they ask you all the questions that you have all the information written down. It's all there. I went through maybe 3 interviews for one company, and they asked me all of the information 3 times on the same sheet. Whoa. I had to explain it 3 times. I'm like, did you not speak to the person before who asked me the same questions? Did you not read the sheet that you're holding in front of you? So it is kind of frustrating when you have to deal with that multiple times. And I would hope that when you put in so much effort to make these resumes, Videki Sho Meishos and Shokumureki Sho Meishos, that the person you're giving them to takes a little bit of time to read them over and ask you more productive questions, trying to get to know you better, not to just go through the motions. And one thing I heard, I don't know if it's still done today, but maybe about 5 to 7 years ago, people would have to handwrite their resumes.
Okay.
So imagine having the resumes we had, these
resumes, and
having to handwrite, not even use a computer. For all of that, those 4 pages of writing, just handwriting. And I hear my friends saying, my hands were so tired after writing those things.
Whoa.
One by one. I would write a bunch and then send them out, and then write another bunch and send them out. And I think they might still be, for some of the major companies, they might still have this as a way of applying to show your motivation, your dedication maybe, or another way to see what kind of person you are by your handwriting.
Ooh.
So, who knows?
Yeah, that's very interesting. And now that you mention it, I do remember people saying in the past that everything needs to be handwritten. And I'm just, man, I get like with technology going forward, there's still a few things that are left behind or stay in the past here in Japan. Another big one that I always talk about is like how the government is still using fax machines. What year is it? How is this still the good way of doing it? Now, of course, there's maybe some good reasons. I'm not sure. It doesn't seem like there's any when I think about it, but it's here we see it in the resumes too. But luckily, now we don't have to handwrite them. We're able to do it digitally. There's a lot of emails and stuff. And then I'm sure it's different after all of this. The world has changed the way it has right now, where a lot of things are done online a little more. So I think it has kind of like pushed many companies to think more have more forward thinking in this whole process.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for checking out the website. I've seen so many people jump on and start supporting me and Adam, and it really, really means a lot. But I've noticed that a lot of people are just joining the website and not actually signing up for the Next Step community membership. You gotta jump on to the sign up plan page and check out the button that says Next Step Community and sign up for that one, and that will give you access to all the downloads, Facebook private page where you can jump on and join me, hang out with me every day doing live streams. And hey, by the end of this month, me and Adam are going to be going live and doing a Zoom group chat, so it should be really, really cool. You don't want to miss it. Come join, come hang out. Thank you.
All right, everyone, that's it for this episode. What do you think? Let us know down in the comments. Are you writing your Hideki show right now? Does your hand hurt? Are you doing it by hand? Does it make sense? Do you feel like we should have pictures on these things? Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want more.
We'll see you on the next step.